Welcome back, tribe. I have an episode here from King and Nobody. I'm 35 years old and never had a girlfriend before. Apparently, this one was highly recommended. A lot of you guys liked it.
Hey, Nobodies. It's me here once again, here with my co-host, Mr. Nobody. The other day, YouTube recommended me two videos that were titled basically, I'm 25 years old and I've never had a girlfriend. Those weren't the exact titles of those videos, but they were more or less the titles of those videos. So I watched these videos and I'm watching the two dudes in the videos. The thing that struck me the most was the fact that both of these dudes looked even more like Jeffrey Dahmer than I do. But the main thing that I thought about when I watched these videos, my main thought was, what a couple of amateurs. I'm 35 years old and I've never had a girlfriend before. Pretty fucked up, huh?
Jesus.
Anyway, yes, as I said before, I'm 35 years old and I've never had a girlfriend, which I don't really feel too bad about my situation because, I know there are other guys out there who are older than me who've never had girlfriends. In fact, I know a guy personally who's 63 and he's never had a girlfriend.
Golly.
I mean, he's gay, but he's never had a girlfriend.
All right.
But anyway, how did this happen? Well, I guess we got to go back to my early teenage years, back when I was in junior high school, about 13 or so. I, like a lot of kids my age, were really getting into girls and, asking girls out and going on dates and stuff. And I noticed that a lot of the other boys in school at the time were having girlfriends and stuff. But here's the problem. This is at any age, really. But if you're a guy and you want to date and you're fat and you're nerdy and you're socially awkward, that's pretty much the kiss of death if you want to have any sort of a romantic life.
Yep.
Just one of those alone would be bad enough, but all three at the same time, no. But, of course, at the time, I didn't realize this. Me, my fat, nerdy, socially awkward 13-year-old self, asked two girls out. They didn't say no, but they did say worse than no. The first girl said, I just threw up in my mouth, which that was a real self-esteem booster. The second girl,
What the hell?
was a teacher, and the teacher made me apologize. I had to apologize for asking a girl out.
Wow.
Now, that is a special level of hideousness right there. And when I got a little bit older and got into high school, my situation didn't really improve either, because it became a lot more normal for, people my age to have girlfriends and stuff, and it just wasn't happening. Like, even the other ugly, nerdy, unpopular girls weren't into me. For example, there's this one girl who I went to high school with. She was very, very...
It's crazy. He's not even an ugly dude. He gets rid of the glasses, puts on contacts, better hair, better beard, dresses much better. This looks like the hobo look, honestly. It looks homeless. And he loses the weight and actually gets jacked. Like he would have the Chad effect happening to him. We don't know how tall he is, but being a nerd isn't as bad as these here combined. Like the haircut, the beard, the glasses, and the clothes. You take this dude to a really good barber, holy shit. You'll go from let me help you with your homework to I'm too busy to answer back. Just with a haircut and a beard change. Clothes, put him in a nice button up with some nice slacks, a sleek belt, shoes to match, and he'd be killing it. Again, this is underpinned by him having a decent body, which there's no getting around it, guys. You can't be fat or you can't be too skinny either. Pack on some muscle, go to the gym, work out, lift heavy weights, eat clean. It's better for your health anyways. The side effect is you get more women.
Very fat. She was as fat as I was. Her and I, we were like the two fattest kids in school. And all the kids in school used to joke that her and I should date just because, I don't know, we're both so fat and people who are ridiculously fat should date, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't think a bed could support the both of us unless it was made out of titanium or something. So I don't know. But people were joking about me and her dating and whatnot. And one day, she walks up to me. Before I had a chance to say anything, she says, David, I just want you to know that I find you disgusting and I would never date you. And she walked away. So, yeah, once again, another self-esteem booster right there. The fattest and one of the most unpopular girls in school thought I was disgusting. My senior year of high school, I decided to go on a big self-improvement kick. I lost the weight. I got myself a job at Walmart.
Okay.
From that job at Walmart, I greatly improved my social skills.
All
And
right.
it's going good. I even started to date a little bit. The thing is, these dates didn't really go anywhere, which didn't bother me at the time because it's like, whatever. But I got a little bit older. I got a much better job in my early 20s, which I'm still working at today. I started going on even more dates, and they also went absolutely nowhere. The women who I dated kind of thought of me as just like the funny friend for the most part. But some of the women I dated, they just kind of like thought I was repulsive and they couldn't even stand being around me. They couldn't even see me as like a friend. And I get it. I'm awkward and annoying and stuff. I mean, and then also another problem with me is, cause I don't really have a whole lot of experience doing like physical stuff, like making out and whatnot. So when we started doing stuff like that.
See, so he's getting past the defenses. He's getting sexual interest. But when he gets to the point of touching or making out because of the lack of experience, it comes off as super creepy or awkward. He turns them off. See, I told you guys, he did a ton of work on himself and he's getting dates and he's getting attraction. He's getting signs of them during the dates and women are opening up to him. And he's clearly, because look, the guy's sharp. He's funny as fuck. Women like that. He's easy to conversate with. He may be a little awkward because he's nervous on the date, but that's for, most people are like that. It's not a problem. And the women are giving him openings. So he's getting to like second base, making out, touching and stuff. But God, I think that's where it all goes horrendously wrong for him because he's most likely overthinking. He doesn't want to mess up. He's not sure if she's going to like it. There's the pressure of being like the performer. Society expects men to be the ones that are extremely experienced in this aspect and to take the lead and sweep her off her feet and know what you're doing and blah, 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 blah. And so that added pressure makes you mess up sometimes. So he only has a little bit left to go and then he'll have a girlfriend. No problem.
I had no idea what I was doing. It was just really awkward and weird and uncomfortable for the both of us. So these dates just didn't go anywhere and it was really frustrating. In 2012, I put together a big all expense paid vacation for me and several of my online friends to go to Chicago. I paid for the whole thing. Everyone's plane tickets, the hotel.
Jesus.
It cost me over $8,000. And the reason why I did this was because I wanted to impress a girl who was one of my online friends. And, I had a crush on her for a long time. We had been really close. She was one of those cute, nerdy girls.
8 G's, bro. You spent 8 G's to potentially impress an online chick. You see what I'm saying? The extreme that men will go to, $8,000. You know what you could have done in Thailand, in the Philippines with $8,000? My God. Oh my God. You can't imagine. You can't imagine, dude. You spent 8 G's to get your group of online friends together. You could have been in Thailand for like half a year in perpetuity, essentially with 8 G's, beating them off with a stick. Oh.
Tomboyish, but I thought she was gorgeous. She was just really funny, had a really sharp sense of humor. I find that really attractive in women to have a sharp sense of humor. And I felt like she got me in a way that nobody else really did because, like
special.
Me, she was autistic. So I thought we had that sort of bond there. And I really wanted to, impress her and win her over. Put together this big trip. I flew 5 people up to Chicago, and I live close to Chicago, so I just took an Amtrak. And the first night of the trip, the girl who I wanted to impress,
did she hook up with a friend?
Randomly just pulled me into the bathroom and started making out with me. I was not expecting it. She just started making out with me. And I almost lost my virginity that night. But I didn't go that far. We were in the bathroom of the hotel room.
Did you get a blowy?
Friends were sitting right outside. So I didn't want them to hear. So I just kind of assumed that I would have an opportunity later. So I was like, okay.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, dude. That in a woman's mind, you rejected her in that exact moment. This is what happens when you try to be the nice guy. I didn't want anybody hearing, and my lady, I wanted to protect her and keep her reputation intact. It's all bullshit. You could have got laid that night. It could have been a wild week or whatever, how much time you guys spent together for that whole $8,000 trip. She was clearly impressed you had the money to even be doing something like that. You took the lead, set everything up, bought everybody's tickets. You were the big dick in town. You were situationally the alpha in that moment. And then you regressed into a straight beta. The moment she put it on you, bro, she couldn't even wait. She put it on you immediately. And you folded like a lawn chair and but, milady. Guys talk themselves out of pussy all the time. This shit is wild. Dude, this guy, he just needs to get out of his own head.
Holy crap. Right now, but hopefully later. So, but I felt
Yeah.
great. I felt amazing. I'm like, oh, I finally got the girl. And I was like on cloud nine for the next day. Yeah, the next day I was feeling pretty great. And then that night, the girl who I wanted to impress had sex with one of the other guys on the trip.
God.
$8,000 to hear the girl of my dreams get railed by another guy. Fantastic. What happened was a couple years later, when I was about 26, I kind of went through a dark phase where I got really into drinking. I was drinking, getting drunk pretty much every day. I was drinking
Jesus.
Caliber vodka, which is like the shittiest, cheapest, bottom shelf vodka you can get. But it's cheap and it gets you drunk fast, so that's why.
Bro, we spent $8,000. Had a chick ripping clothes off of you. You did the milady tips fedora. The next day, a dude in your friend group is rearranging her guts in front of you. Oh my God. Oh my God.
To drink it. So I would drink that every day. I would eat pretty much nothing but junk food. Like my diet was probably 80% pizza, and I'm not exaggerating.
Wow.
Chain smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. And I did
Holy
it every
shit.
day for about 5 years. Every day I would get off work, I would go home, get drunk off the cheap vodka,
Digging
eat
holes.
the junk food. And I was just not taking good care of myself. I gained over 150 pounds.
Holy
I'm not exaggerating. I had to wear old people diapers to bed because I kept pissing myself. I would go months without bathing. I would go months without brushing my teeth. I got periodontal disease because I took such poor care of my teeth. I was just a mess. I was going into work hungover, and it was just not good. It was just not good. I was not taking care of myself. And I did this, from the age of 26 to 30. I refer to that era as my drinking days. So if you ever hear me refer to my drinking days, I'm referring to that era. But anyway, one day when I was 30, I was starting to develop some chest pains. I went to the doctor, and he took my blood pressure and did some other stuff and asked me some questions.
Mm-hmm.
And he point blank told me, yeah, you're going to be dead by 40 if you don't
Holy
start making
shit.
some serious life changes. That was pretty terrifying. And what made it even more terrifying is that 2 really close online friends of mine around this time had died in their 30s.
Damn.
Doing the same things I was doing. The first friend of mine who died was extremely overweight, like 600-pound life size. I mean, Dr. Now would have had a field day with this guy. He got really big and it just killed him. He was in his early 30s too. My other friend, also in his 30s, was a massive alcoholic. He ended up dying of liver failure. Yeah, so I took that news from my doctor of me being told point blank that I'd die at 40. I saw my friends dying. Well, I didn't see them dying, but them dying combined with that news, it really set off the alarms in my head. Ever since then, I've just tried to have a new and positive outlook on life because
Okay.
the thing about life is, yeah, it sucks sometimes and it's annoying and, it can be unfair, but, I like life. I figure I'm 35 now. I got another 40 something years, give or take, in front of me. Why not just see what happens? So yeah, I mean, I decided, start eating healthier, lost the weight.
Right.
I quit drinking, I quit smoking, and, I just try to focus on doing things that, I just enjoy and have fun with, like video games and movies and whatnot. Just try to live a better lifestyle and, not worry too much about things that, I don't have, and just try to enjoy the things I do have, which I guess some people would probably see as a cope, which, I mean, if it's a cope, it's a cope, whatever. I mean, I would rather cope than, wear old people diapers to bed personally. I'm just going to sit back and let the chips fall where they may, and who knows what'll happen. That's pretty much all I got to say in this video. I guess
You should be more proactive, take more control. Every time he's entered that growth phase of his life where he's lost the weight and gotten healthier and all that is because he was active, because he made a choice. Letting the chips fall where they may, that's a cope. That's bullshit. This guy can have the things that he wants that he currently doesn't have, but he just won't do the work. You lost all the weight, bro, twice. You got off the booze. You're much healthier. You just have to pick up some more productive hobbies. And instead of spending 8 G's on people like that, save up some money and go traveling overseas. Experience the culture shock of being in another country with completely different customs and norms. And who knows, that whole Never had a girlfriend, and virginity shit could disappear a couple of weeks in Southeast Asia. Might bring himself back a little tight young thing from Philippines or Thailand. Man will be all happily married. He's getting a woman that's cooking for him, cleaning for him, wants his kids. Now he's going to have purpose in life. He's got a woman. He's got kids. He's got to push even harder to lose weight. He's now stuck in a bit of a kind of a rut, you could say. He's just floating in the ether. He doesn't really have a direction. He's just appreciative of what he has, but there's nothing really spurring him on further to go do more, become more. And men used to have, by his age, of course, a couple of kids and a woman at home, and that was all the purpose and motivation a man needed to keep excelling and being better in life. You know, have you something to protect? It's a huge motivator in life. It says millions upon millions of American men have and are experiencing this in silence. Overcoming alcoholism and chain smoking is no small feat. Yeah, that dude's a fucking gangster for that. Smoking and alcohol. I forgot he was a chain smoker too. This guy has what it takes. If you can break the habit of smoking and drinking, this guy has in him that thing, dude, that can make him succeed. You know, the sheer fucking willpower it takes to break alcoholism and chain smoking is insane. I'm almost 40, never had one, never had a woman in my life. And the way things are today, never will I think. You are not alone. I am 37 years old. I have never had a girl before. Am a virgin, have never even kissed a girl before. Jesus. $8,000 trip dream girl story was brutal. And this guy has a quote from Flight of the Phoenix. I think a man only needs one thing in his life. He just needs someone to love. If you can't give him that, then give him something to hope for. And if you can't give him that, just give him something to do. 40-year-old virgin here. Had very traumatizing teenage years, completely effed up my life. Here we say better alone than with bad company. That's a good one. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I'm a 44-year-old guy. I've experienced both the single life and the married life, including divorce and everything in between. I'll tell you this. Life is simply what you make it. All your decisions/choices have rewards and consequences. Never forget that, because many people do, as in they think of only the good sides to their decisions. Having said that, single life has its rewards and consequences, and so does married life. For some, staying single is the best option in life, and for others, married life is where it's at. I will not dissuade or encourage you from either one. There is not one size fits all. Simply try to be a better person today than you were yesterday, and do it only for yourself, no one else, as you're the only one who stands to reap all the benefits, but also all the consequences. Good luck, man. It's a beautiful way to end it. 100% agree on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Appreciate everybody that's been buying shirts, all the mugs, Hoflation mugs, everybody that's been doing the private consults, as well as joining us on the private chats. Welcome all new members. If you want to join the private community, links are in the description of every single video. We'd love to have you, and take care, everybody. Hope you're having a good week. Look after yourselves. Go take up a hobby, go outside, go hiking, go out in nature, go enjoy some solitude. Get away from all the noise and distraction of modernity. Take care.